come back this morning. I've jumped back in the bathroom. I was working incredibly late the other day. I think I finished at like 8:30 or whatever it was to try and get everything wrapped up for the tiler. So I said to him, is there any way you can start with anything else before I get this bath panel finished? He was like, yeah, no problem. So I'm back this morning. You can see, started all the tiling, so it looks good. Really happy with that. Coming out nicely, and yeah, I'm gonna be finishing this today. Just gonna get that all boxed in essentially, so he can carry on tiling round and everything.
Mate, it's times like this I absolutely love CT1. So I'm just building this bath panel, but as you can see, it's really narrow here. So I've got that waste to contend with there. So I'm gonna have to sort of cut a little U shape out of the ply. This is being completely boxed in here because that's a McAlpine click-clack waste. Everything's accessible from the top. And I've got wall-mounted bath taps. So there's, you know, unless the seal does go on that, which is bloody rare, there's no need to gain access under here. There's no pipe work or anything. So I'm gonna box this in, tile it all in, so it's lovely. Now, on the underside here, as you can see, I've just sort of wedged a nice bit of wood up, but on the top side of up there, I put a load of CT1 like on top. So this one's wedged in, this wood that's screwed to it, I left a tiny 2mm gap. I've squirted a load of CT1 in there, and I know that's gonna go off absolutely solid. So that'd be great. And then I can ply this all in and we'll be good to go. Brilliant. So just quickly, I've got a little blob there. Obviously you saw that blob and that blob there, but look at this, ready? Look, just put it on. Great, just got hold of that. Made that solid, whereas that's flapping all over the place before. Excellent, love this bloody stuff, love it. This is my favourite C-Tech product, without doubt. I've just got this sheet of 12.5mm ply down. That's absolutely solid already. I'm just gonna get some smaller screws to go in my battens up here, fix that all in nice and tight, and then gonna get a little bit of 6mm jacko board that'll go over the top, and then that should leave the correct depth there, so the tiles sit nice and flush with the bath edge of the bath all the way around there. I left a 33mm gap either side, like that all the way through, so that should work out nice. Really happy with how this is coming out.
Right. Good morning. I'm finally back at this job in Walthamstow. I've been waiting to get back here for ages. Doesn't matter how many bathrooms I do, I try and organise enough time for every trade, and boy oh boy did this one take a little bit longer than I first anticipated. So as you see, look at this. So pleased with it though. It looks so nice. On one of the weekends, this is basically my girlfriend's sister and a partner. This is their flat, and they come in, they painted the walls, got rid of that plaster, so at least that bit's done before I could second fix, so that was a nice bit done. But look at this, I'm really pleased with it. So I've had Sean, the silicone guy, booked in from about 2-3 weeks ago, and I thought this would be more than enough time for him to come, like for me to finish all my second fix and him get in here. But today I'm under a bit of pressure, so I'm gonna start on the important areas. I'm gonna get the bath screen in first. We know the bath tap's wall mounted, so that's not gonna get in his way. But I would like to get that done before he gets here, because I'm drilling. Any drilling, you know, you need to hoof up all the dust. I don't want any of that tile dust going over the silicone, the wet silicone. So I'm gonna get the bath screen up first, try and get that done. They're my priorities. Then he can come in really, and he can silicone all around the edges. There's loads for him to do, and it shouldn't affect me so much. And then I can go away and come back tomorrow with the toilet, the basin, and where it'll all be siliconed around behind the basin, because it's a floor standing one. It'll be a perfect job. So I'm gonna jump off YouTube if you don't mind. I've got a lot to do before he gets here. So really looking forward to the outcome of this one. Enjoy. Just quickly though, first thing I do before I do any work, I get these mats out from stickers and that, hit them up. They're great, I've got bloody loads of them now, but they act like wicked dust sheets. So I just scatter them in the main areas. I really enjoy seeing that sort of fits in there perfect, as you can see. I love it. I'll just go round and just protect this floor up before we do anything. I'm very excited. Look at this. Hello there, Stabila 360 level. Whoa. I've had this a little while now, but I've been meaning to do like the swap over, and I went to my container yesterday, so I got all the new bits out. Look at this. Got my new Metabo SDS out. I've now got my combi drill and my little Glister services stickers. Oh, look at this. These Starlock. Look, still got the little protective tab on there. Brand spanking new impact driver. Look at this. That goes on the end of that. You get a little angled, get an angled bit. How good's that? It's awesome, isn't it? So, yeah, just sticking this up now. Remember, see in here, remember to squidge a bit of CT1. No other stuff is as good. CT1 in there, and all in the raw plugs. You'll see just before I tighten this up. See a little bit of CT1 all squidged in there. So all nice and waterproof. Right, let's crack on. Because I had the tunes going. What's annoying about YouTube, you're not allowed to have any music on whilst you're filming. Kills the vibe. Right, see in a bit. Right, let me show you this quickly. So, when first fixing a shower or a bath shower tap, something like that, everybody tends to use these now. Been using these for years. No one does it the old way anymore with like the back plate, elbows in the wall, and them silly little adapters they give you. These are the ones. So, a couple of little tips when you're doing this. So, instead of putting a speed fit cap on it, if you put an end feed cap on it or something like that, or thumb vents as I use for the heating sometimes, what this does is it makes the pipe diameter only a couple of mil, bit bigger than the pipe itself. Whereas if you put a speed fit cap on it, it's going to be a lot wider, which means the tiler has to drill a bigger hole around to get it past your pipe. So you can see here where I've done that, he's only had to drill a small hole around that. So what that means is that when I'm drilling for my raw plugs either side, as you can see here, you see where that's going to go like that? I've managed to get away with a 7mm bit there, right? And the reason I'm using 7s on something like this, you think, cool, that's well too big, right? Is that when I put over the top of that, obviously I'm going to squirt a load of CT1 and stuff to seal that right up first, right? But these are the screws that they give you, right? They're only thin little ones, and it's probably, you know, if you was really fixing it in, you'd probably go for a red raw plug or something like that. But I like using 7s on this because, right, it's just gonna grab onto the raw plug, it's gonna hold it there solid. I've got a load of CT1 around there anyway, that isn't moving anywhere. See, if I was to drill reds or 5.5s there, put that in there, what would end up happening is the raw plug, where it's a bit too small, will end up expanding and probably cracking that tile between there and there. Whereas this is gonna go in, it's gonna expand enough, and it's just gonna hold on to it, it's not gonna go anywhere. You know, it's gonna work out a lot better. It's gonna be fully supported. We've got CT1 going on there, that won't be going anywhere. So, just a little tip there when doing this, all right? All right, kid. What are you like, little? It's like little horses. Come on, let's go. So, wait for the cowboy comments. Jesus Christ. So then, got the bath tap / shower and the shower head all in. Now you notice I set the riser rail off to one side, so the shower head's actually in the middle and not the riser rail. Common fault there. It also worked out quite nicely because this soap dish here that spins around actually sits in that little divot there where you see how that sits in that little bit there where the Metro sits back, so it goes back even further, which is even nicer. So yeah, happy with that. That's all the water back on. Now I've got that little bit done. I'm just gonna put this bath screen in now, get that in there. But I just wanted to get all the drilling out of the way before Sean got here. So That's done, move on. Right, that's the bath screen in. So, the reason I went for this one is, and I would highly recommend it for anyone else that's got a shower over the bath. Now, as you can see, there's a fixed panel here, right? So that's just gonna be, you know, when you're in the shower, you've got a nice big panel there that's, you know, it's just siliconed in, no door. And it's just gonna make that whole area a bit wider waterproof. Is always gonna be happening. So you're splashing off your head and just going over there. Now, the reason I fit these is one, right? The total width of it is about 100 mil longer than a standard one. So a standard bath screen that pivots from the wall, so this thing goes like right out, right in, is about 700 millimeters. Then you can get a slightly wider one that's an 800 millimeters, but this one is 900 millimeters. So it's 200 millimeters longer, or deeper, shall I say, than a standard bath screen. And also, where this bit's like fixed in silicone, you're never ever gonna get any leaks down here, because we all know with bath screens, the rubber tends to deteriorate over the years and you get a little weep and all the crustiness happens right down there and soaks into the wall. So it's very good, this bit of fixed glass being here. Look, we've got a stabilizer bracket up here. That's gonna be in, it's going well. Now, another benefit of this is, I've got a closed couple toilet going in here, right? So if that screen was to pivot from here, it would hit the cistern. It'd go out and hit the cistern. Now, don't get me wrong, it's gonna come all the way out here. It would have been all right. But with this, because it pivots from here, it's gonna open right out and it's not even gonna hit the toilet. See, stops there. And it means you can get in here, you can turn your bath tap on, nice and easy. Bathe the kids, everything's in there in that little water enclosed area. It's not gonna hit the toilet. And it's a nice seal. Perfect. That's why I chose that. Right, now what I'm gonna choose to do now, the toilet and the basin are in at my merchant's. Ideally, I want Sean's a silicone all round there before I put that vanity back. Vice versa, all round the floor, go round everywhere. So what I'm gonna do is, obviously I'm moving the boiler from there, because that was taking up a lot of space, as you know. So I'm gonna be now moving this in here, and plonking that up there. Get it up out there, get out of the way. So at least it's on the wall, and I'm gonna get as much preparation done for that. And then hopefully Sean will be here. He can silicone. Whilst he's siliconing, I can go and grab these from the merchants and either do these tomorrow once his siliconed has gone off everywhere the next day. So that's my plan anyway. So I'm just making in this flue. This is the quickest way just to seal round it. So I've got a Milwaukee silicone gun here, but you can just press that in. You can do a normal silicone gun, I just find this easier. So I've just splodged that right in there. What's good is when you put the nozzle right in there, it squirts it right down the hole. And then you can go around, and then what I tend to do, get a little scraper. And what I'll be doing there is just pushing that in all the way around. There's just no excuses these days, are there? They just made it so easy. You don't even have to knock anything up anymore. Absolute doddle these days. Guess who's here? Sean's here. So while Sean is in here, I'm obviously not going to get in his way. I'm going to go and get to the merchants now. I'm going to pick up the towel, the toilet and the basin, and then hopefully by tomorrow morning that'll have gone off enough so I can just fix that all down. Brilliant. So bye Sean, everybody. Bye. See you later.